Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I'm Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Lion Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I will be fighting a 2,000-point battle between my Deathwatch and Dark Angels versus Sam's Necrons. So the story that we've got going on here in this planet is that it's we're actually on a planet where the dark side of this planet had been taken over by the Necrons. It turns out that there was a tomb world underneath that had been slowly awakening. So the Deathwatch were sent out to go check it out and see what they could do. And when they arrived on the planet, they realized that the tomb world had awakened a lot more than they had expected, and they had a force on their hands that they just couldn't quite handle based upon what had been sent out to go do it. So there was only one kill team that had been sent out to go handle it, thinking that it was a small force here, but because it was on the dark side of this planet, they weren't able to actually see the fact that most of this tomb world had awakened. So they called in the nearest available allies, and the Dark Angels happened to be in the sector, so they sent out an elite force to go help them try to take down this tomb world before it became a bigger issue. So we are going to be playing the open war mission. So going over it, we had that cool, crazy deployment zone, which is really fun. We're going to be playing invasion. So we each have different we both have an objective that we place in our deployment zone. If any player controls both objectives at the end of their opponent's turn, they win. And then we took the twist, which is Dead of Night, which means that range for psychic powers and shooting is reduced to 12 inches. But at the beginning of each turn, beginning of each battle round after the first, we roll a d6. On a 4+, it increases the range that's allowed by an additional 6 inches. So kind of cool. It'll be interesting to see. It really takes down a lot of the range of our weapons, but it means that we're just going to be getting into each other's face, which works out with that crazy cool deployment since we're already pretty close to each other up there. So yeah, that's the mission that we've got going on. That's the story that we've got going on. So before we go any further, let's show you the two armies that'll be fighting it out today.
So for the Deathwatch and Dark Angels, I'll be running a patrol detachment and a battalion detachment. For the Deathwatch, we have a patrol detachment. Leading it off, we have a watch captain with a xenophase blade. We have a 6-man kill team. We have 1 Vanguard vet with a heavy thunderhammer. We have 2 veterans with heavy thunderhammers. We have 2 veterans with frag cannons, and then we have a sergeant with a xenophase blade. And we have a Corvus Blackstar with twin las cannon. Then for the Dark Angels, we have a battalion detachment. Leading it off, we have an interrogator chaplain with Terminator armor and a librarian with a force sword. We have 2 5-man intercessor squads. We have a 5-man tactical squad with a heavy bolter. We have a 3-man Black Knight squad. We have a 5-man Deathwing Knight squad. We have a Deathwing champion and a Deathwing apothecary. And last but not least, we have a Land Raider Crusader. And for the Necrons, he'll be running a Vanguard detachment. Leading off the detachment, we have an Overlord with a Staff of Light and a Resurrection Orb. We have a 20-man squad of warriors with Gauss flares. We have 3 Scarab Swarm. We have a 6-man Canoptic Wraith squad. We have a 10-man Lichguard squad with War Scythes. We have a 5-man Deathmark squad. We have a Doomsday Arc. We have a Triarch Stalker with twin heavy Gauss. We have a Night Scythe. And last but not least, we have a Monolith.
All right, so those are the two armies going over deployment here. I've got one of my 5-man intercessor squads here. I've got my 5-man tactical squad back here on the objective. We've got my Land Raider. Inside of there, I've got my Deathwing Knights. I've got my Interrogator Chaplain in Terminator armor. I've got my Deathwing Apothecary and my Deathwing Champion. I've got the Corvus Blackstar right there. Inside there is all of the Deathwatch. Then we have up here, we have another 5-man intercessor squad with my Librarian up there. And then over here, we've got my Black Knights. Going over deployment now for the Necrons. We've got his Doomsday Arc up here. We've got his Night Scythe back here. We've got the Warriors here. Back here, we've got the Overlord and the Scarabs back here on his objective. We've got the Wraiths right here. We've got the Monolith here. We've got the Triarch Stalker. And in reserves, he's got his Lichguard and the and the death marks. Haha! I remembered. I got them right. So yeah, that's the deployment that we've got going on here. As of right now, my Deathwatch and Dark Angels will be going first, unless Sam can seize the initiative. Looking for a 6. No, does not seize it. So we will come back to you after movement phase. Oh, that's right, the ruse. So Sam's force has less power level than mine does. So he got the ruse, which is dug in, which means that until his units move, they're counted as being in cover, even if they aren't in cover. So that's going to be pretty good, especially considering I'm going to be going first. So everyone's going to have cover. So that's pretty cool. All right, so that is it for that. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels and Deathwatch on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels and Deathwatch. These guys advanced up here to the building. These guys stood still back there. These guys disembarked and moved up this way. He moved up over this way. Those guys turbo boosted up that way, and he moved up that way. The Deathwatch guys stayed inside of it, and then these guys moved up towards his Doomsday Arc. So that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so starting off the psychic phase, he's going to smite into his Doomsday Arc, looking for a 5, getting it with an 8, so D3 mortal wounds, 2 mortal wounds. And then he's going to cast Aversion onto the Doomsday Arc. That goes off, so he has -1 to hit. Sounds good. All right, so starting off the shooting phase here, my Land Raider is going to fire into his Monolith. So we're going to go with the Twin Assault Cannon first, hitting on 3s because he has Power of the Machine Spirit. Okay, doesn't help if you roll a bunch of 1s and 2s though. All right, Strength 6, looking for 5s to wound because he's Toughness 8. Got 1 wound, AP -1, 4 up. No, goes through. All right, so now the Hurricane Bolters are going to fire into it. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, and they're wounding on 6s. We've got 2 fill faces there. So 2 3-ups. Fails 1. Now these Intercessors are going to rapid fire into his Doomsday Arc. So we've got 10 shots hitting on 3s. All right. Not bad. Strength 4, Toughness 6, so looking for 5s to wound. All right, so we got 3 wounds, AP -1. Saving on 5s. Yeah. So nothing. All right. Now my Librarian's going to toss a grenade into him, hitting on a 3. That's a hit. Strength 6, so wounding on 4s. That's a wound. AP -1. 5s. Oh, and he's good with a 6. All right, both of those guys are going to fire into the Stalker with their Storm Bolters. So hitting on 3s. All righty. 6, so Strength 4, Toughness 6, so looking for 5s to wound. We got 2 wounds with fill faces. So 2 3-ups. Fails 1 of them. All right, so starting off here, this guy, he is going to fire his las cannons into his Doom Scythe, and he's going to fire his Storm Strike missiles into them. So we're going to start with the twin las cannon, hitting on 4s because he moved. That's 2 hits. Strength 9, wounding on 3s. Got 2 wounds, AP -3.
4, 5, 6.
All right, looking for 6-ups. 2 6-ups. Makes 1 of them, so D6 damage, 5 damage.
12.
All right, now the Storm Strike missiles are going to fire into the Doomsday Arc there, hitting on 4s because he moved. Okay, 1 hit, wounding on a 3. No, I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna spend my command point on that. There we go, that's a wound, AP -3, 6 up. No, goes through, so 3 damage. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. So on to the assault phase. My Deathwing Knights are going to charge into your Triarch Stalker. So going to be overwatching here. He's got the twin heavy Gauss cannons, right? Heavy 2, so looking for 6s. Ooh, getting 1. Strength 9, so wounding on 2s. So that's a wound, AP -4, so they've got 3-up invul save there. Oh, I'm gonna spend a command point on that. Yeah, with the fill phase. Woo! And now their charge distance is gonna be coming in here. Getting it with an 8. All right, so now my Interrogator Chaplain's gonna charge. Does not make it with a 6. My Champion's gonna charge. Does make it with a 7. And then my Apothecary's gonna charge. Does make it with a 7. All right, so now my Intercessors are gonna charge into his Doomsday Arc there. So coming to Overwatch. So heavy D3 for the, what's it called? The
high power cannon.
High power cannon. So 3 shots from that. Looking for 6s. Getting 1. Strength
10, AP minus 5.
Strength 10, AP minus 5. So that is a wound, AP minus 5. So it's going right through D6. 2, so that is a dead Intercessor. And then 5 on the Gauss Flare Array, looking for 6s. Getting 1. Strength
4.
Strength 4, so looking for 4. No wound there. And now their charge distance is totally in. And now my Librarian's gonna charge in. Oh, in with double 6s. All right, so now my my Deathwing Knights are going to activate first in the fight phase. So we're gonna go with the guys with the maces first. So they got 2 attacks each. So we got 8 attacks, hitting on 3s. Not in range of my Interrogator Chaplain there. So we got 4 hits. Strength 6, toughness 6, so wounding on 4s. We got 2 wounds at AP minus 2. So we got two 5-ups. Makes 1 of them. And now his Quantum Shielding, so it does 3 damage. So if he gets a 1 or 2, that's a 3. So no, so that's a tie. So he will take 3 damage. All right, and now the Flail of the Unforgiven is going to go in there. So we got 3 attacks from my Knightmaster, hitting on 3s. So that is 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. That is 1 wound. AP minus Flail of the Unforgiven. I should know this. AP minus 3.
Okay.
So 6-up save.
How many? 1?
1. No, that goes through, and that's 2 damage. So see if you can roll a 1. No, that goes through, so another 2 damage. All right, so now my Champion's gonna activate, hitting into him. So I got 3 attacks, hitting on 2s. All right, so that's 3 hits. Strength 7 because it's strength plus 3, so wounding on 3s. All right, so we got 3 wounds, AP minus 4, so I think that just goes through. So these are D3 damage, so he's still got Quantum Shielding, so we got D3 damage here. Oh, so we've got 3, 3, and 2. So we'll do the first one, the 2 for 3s. So he ignores 1 of them, and then 2, so looking for a 1. No, so that's going to be 5 damage, so he is dead. Does he explode? No, he does not. So he is dead. All right. All right. So now my Intercessors are going to activate. So we got 4 guys left there. One of whom is the Sergeant. So he's got 3 attacks. So we got 9 attacks here, hitting on 3s. All righty. Then strength 4, toughness 6. It's not toughness 8. So looking for 5s to wound. We got 2 wounds. AP nothing. So 2 3-ups. Ooh, makes 1 of them. Oh, really wants. Oh, fails 1 of them. And now my Librarian's going to attack in. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. All right, so that's 2 hits, wounding on 5s. Getting 1, AP minus 3, so 6 up. No, goes through. D3 wounds. So that is 3 wounds. Does he have Quantum Shielding? He does, so looking for a 1 or a 2. No, hits with a 3, so he takes 3 damage. All right, and that is it for the Dark Angels Deathwatch turn here on turn 1. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Necrons on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Necrons here on turn 1. His Doom Scythe, right? Night Scythe came over this way. So I misspoke before. His what are they called? The Lich Guard, thank you, are inside of the Night Scythe. I thought they were in reserve, but they're in the. They're in. Oh, I guess they're. Yeah.
They can enter from.
Oh, that's right. They're on the homeworld, and they can enter from any portal. So it's the Night Scythe and the Monolith. So, oh, okay, cool. That's cool. So I was right. Okay, I was sitting here thinking I was wrong, but I wasn't. not technically. And his death marks came in over here, 9 inches away from them. His Doomsday Arc used living metal to heal up 1 and then moved over this way. His monolith healed up 1 because of living metal, moved over here. His wraiths dropped in back here behind here, creating a bubble of doom over here. And that is it for the movement phase. So these guys all stood still over here. Yeah, I told you the death marks over there. So that is it for the movement phase. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting off the shooting phase, his warriors here are going to fire into my flyer there. They are within 12, well, 18 of them are within 12 inches, so those are the only ones that can attack because of the rules. So we're going to be doing these in 12s. His Thy Will Be Done gives them +1 to hit. My Hard to Hit gives them -1 to hit, so they're just going to be at their regular ballistic skill of 3. So looking for 3s in the first one. Ooh, wow, real good there. 1 miss. All right, so these are strength 4, so looking for a 5 to wound. All right, so we've got 4 wounds. So 4 wounds. What's the AP -1? So 4 4-ups. Make 3 of them. All right, here come the next set of 12, hitting on 3s. All right, I'll come back to you with that.
4, 6, 8.
All right, so we got 8 hits coming in here. Wounding on 5, so that's, wow, that is real good. So that's 4, 5, 7 wounds. So 7 4-up saves. And I failed 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the last set of 12 hitting on 3s. All right. And 1, 2. All right, and wounding on 5s and 6s. All right, so we've got 3 wounds on that one, 3 4-ups, and a failed 1. All right, now his death marks are going to fire into my tactical squad here. So we've got 10 shots hitting on 3s. All right, pretty good. Got 2 misses, and these are strength 4, right? So wounding on 4s, 6s do a mortal wound in addition. All right, so we got 2 6s and 4 wounds. So 2 will be dead, and then 4 AP nothing, right? So 4 2-ups, and I'll make them all woo. And now his monolith is going to fire into my Terminators over there. So we've got these are going to be the what is this? The Gauss Flare arrays. So we've got 4 heavy D3, but he's got Flying Fortress, which means he doesn't suffer any penalty for moving and shooting. So these are going to be hitting on 4s. Alrighty. Okay. And then strength 5, so wounding on 3s. So we've got 4 wounds. AP -2, so looking for 3-up invul saves on them. Failed 1 of them. All right, now the particle whips. So heavy 6, hitting on 4s. So 2 hits. Strength 8, so wounding on 2s. Got 2 wounds. AP -2, so again 3-ups. And I'll make them both. And now his Doomsday Arc is going to fire into my Terminators. So the flare arrays, right? Yeah. So he's going to have it's rapid fire 5, and there's 2 sets of them. So it's actually going to be 20 shots coming in here. So this is going to be the first set of 10, hitting on 3s, pretty good. Strength 5, so wounding on 3s. Oh, 1 second. All right, strength 4, sorry. So this is wounding on 4s. All right, so we got 3 wounds. AP -1, so 3-ups. Failed 1 of them. And then the other set, hitting on 3s, pretty good. Wounding on 4s. So we got 1, 2, 3 wounds. All right, AP -1, so we got 3-ups, and failed 2 of them. And now the heavy gun is going to go. So heavy D3, because he has to shoot on low power. So that's 1. This is going to be hitting on 3, or it moves, so it's going to be hitting on 4s because it's heavy. So that's a hit. Strength 8, so wounding on a 2. That is a wound. AP -2, so 3-up invul save. He's good with a fill phase. Woo! And now his Doom Scythe is going to fire in here. So he's at his second level. So he's going to be hitting on 4s, but it's a twin Tesla destructor. So he's going to be 8 shots coming in here. He's going to be hitting on 4s. And each 6 there counts as 3. So that's going to count as 3 hits there. And then those other 3 are misses. Sounds good. So now this is going to be Strength 7. So looking for 3s to wound. All right, so we've got 4 wounds, AP nothing. So looking for 4 2-ups. And I failed 2 of them? I'm gonna spend a command point on one of those. There we go, okay, 1. All right, so that is it for the Necron's turn here on turn 1. He is not going to assault, so that is that. At the end of the for the morale phase, these guys lost 3, so 3 plus 5 is 8. They've got their sergeant there, so they are good to go. So that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here. We will come back to you, or Dark Angels. That is the end of the Necron's turn here. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. All right, we forgot we had to roll now at the beginning of the turn on a 4-up. The range is increased by 6 inches. So let's see. Yeah, so now we've got, what is it, plus 6. So 18 inches for shooting and what's nots. All right, movement phase here for the Dark Angels and Deathwatch. These guys moved up over towards this way. He moved back towards this way. He moved back towards this way. They just kind of jumped up together there. These guys kind of stood around, moved up, maybe shuffled up a bit. The Interrogator Captain moved up. These guys moved up. He flew over to here. These guys had disembarked first and then moved up, and these guys moved up over to there. So that is it for the movement phase. At the end of the movement phase, my Apothecary is going to try to bring back a Deathwing Knight, so looking for a 4-up. Getting it with a 4-up. All right, and then during the movement phase, my Corvus Blackstar flew over this squad over here. So he's going to use his Blackstar launchers. Blackstar launchers? Yeah, Blackstar cluster launcher. So what it is if you fly over a unit, you can use it at the end of the movement phase. You roll a d6 for every model in that unit up to 10. And for every 6 on there, they suffer a mortal wound. So here we go. So 10 dice, looking for 6s, looking for fill faces. Getting 1 fill face. All right. All right, so on to the psychic phase. He is going to cast, whatchamacallit? Smite. Thank you. Smite into him. So looking for a 5. Oh, getting it with an 11. So d6 wounds. With a 6. Oh, man. So he is down. All right, moving on to the shooting phase. My Corvus Blackstar is going to fire into his monolith. We're going to start with the twin las cannon. So 2 shots hitting on 4s because he moved. Oh. All right. And now the Storm Strike missiles are going to fire in there, looking for 4s as well. Getting 1 hit. Strength 8, toughness 8, so looking for 4s to wound. Getting it with a wound, AP minus 3. So, nope, that is not a save. D3 wounds. 3 wounds. Does he have he doesn't have the quantum shielding? All right, so he just takes 3 wounds. All right, so now the squad here is going to fire into his, what are the warriors over here? So they've got the 2 frag cannons, so it's 2d6 each. So we've got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hits. All right, so 13 hits, wounding on 3s. All righty then, take those away. All right, so we've got 8 wounds. At 8 4-ups because they're in cover. They have dug in, but they also have cover. So, but either which way, and it's AP minus 1. So 4-ups. So that's 3, 4 dead. And now my Black Knights are going to fire into here. So we've got 6 shots from them, hitting on 3s. Alrighty. And then wounding on 3s. Okay, 2. AP minus 3, but plus 1 for cover, so 6 ups. So 2 6-ups. No, those go through. All right, now the 2 guys with Stormbolts are going to fire into his Doomsday Arc, hitting on 3s. Okay. Wounding on 5s. We got 2 wounds, 2 regular saves, so 3 ups. Oh, 4 ups. Makes on both. And the intercessors are going to fire into his warriors there. 4 shots. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on toughness 4, right? So 4s. 1 wound. 1 4-up save because AP -1. No, goes through. Alright, and then the heavy bolter guy is going to fire into them over here. 2 hits. Wounded on 3s. Got 2 wounds. AP -1. So 2 4-ups. Makes one of them. And he's going to spend a command point on that one. No, goes through. Alright, so that's it for shooting phase. On to the assault phase. These guys are going to assault into his warriors over here. So we got 24 shots. We're going to do 2 sets of 12. Looking for 6s. I got 1 6 so far. Wounding on a 4, right? AP -1. No wound there. And then another 12. Looking for 6s. Got a couple in that one, so 2. Right, there's the other one there. So that's 2. Looking for 4s. Getting 1, AP -1. So looking for a 4-up. Nope. Okay, and their charge distance is going to be in. All right, so now my Deathwing Knights are going to charge in here. So we're going to have the low power from the big old gun, heavy D3. So 1, hitting on a 6. Nope, that does not happen. And then we're going to come back to you with the flare arrays. Another flare array is going to have 20 shots. So first 10, right? Hitting on 6s. We got 2 hits. Strength 4. Yep. Yeah, strength 4, so looking for 4s. No wound there. And then the second set of 10. Alright, so we got a couple hits there. Looking for 4s. Got 1 wound. AP -1. So looking for a 3-up. Nope. Failed. And their charge distance. Oh, is in, but just barely. And now the champion's going to charge in. He is in. And then my interrogator chaplain's going to charge in. And he makes it in. Alright, so starting off here, my Deathwing Knights are going to attack first. We got the maces guys. There's 2 of them left. Hitting on 3s. Alright, all hits. Strength ×2. I forgot about that last time, I think. So that's going to be wounding on 3s. We got all wounds. AP -2. Yeah, 4. Nope, those go through. So these are going to be D3. So we've got 1, 3, 3, and a 2. So let's do the 2 3s. One of them is ignored. And then we've got 1 looking for a 1. And then the other one goes through. So that's 1, 2, 3, 6 wounds. So he's down to 2. And then the Flail of the Unforgiven there. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling because of the interrogator chaplain. Wounding on 4s. Getting 2 wounds. These are 2 wounds each. So looking for 1s.
I got my armor.
Oh, you got. Of course, he's got armor. I'm sorry. So AP minus. Hold on. All right. So there's actually no armor there. So looking for 1s to ignore him. Getting 1, so he does take 2 wounds, which is dead. So does he explode though? No, he does not. So he is dead. All right, so now we're gonna activate my kill team over here. We're gonna go with the guys with the heavy thunder hammers. So there's 2 of them there, 2 attacks each. Hitting on 4s because of the fact that they're heavy thunder hammers. All right, re-rolling 1s because of the captain. All right. These are wounding on 2s. So that's 3 wounds. AP minus 1 second. All right, so it's AP minus 3, so that is just 3 dead warriors. All right, so because he killed those ones there, I can't actually attack back. So yeah, we'll come back to you with his attacks. All right, so he consolidated in, and now he's going to attack back. So he's got 9 guys there. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right. There's strength 4, right? So wounding on 4s. We got 1 wound. AP nothing, right? So 3 up. And he's good. Okay. All right, so that is it for the fight phase. So at the end of the turn here, we've got the morale phase. They lost 11 guys, so 11 plus 1d6. 1, so 12, so they lose, what's their leadership? 9, I think? Their leadership is 10, so they lose 2 guys. So, all right, and that is it for the turn here. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Necrons here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Necrons here on turn, I can't remember, 2 or 3. His Warlord stood still. The Scarabs moved around here. His Wraiths are moving up there. Look at my bikers. Reanimation Protocol brought back 4 guys, so he's back up to 11 over here. His Monolith moved back over here after disembarking those dude bros over there, so they're looking up to them. His Death Mark came back with Reanimation Protocol, and that is it for the movement phase. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. Oh, no. All right, so now his Monolith, starting off the shooting phase, is going to shoot everything into my Terminators over there. So we got the particle. This is the particle whip, so heavy 6, so hitting on 4s. All right, so we got 3 hits. Strength 8, so wounding on 2s. So that is 3 wounds. AP minus 2, so we've got 3 3-up invul saves. Failed 2 of them. D3 piece. So the first one is 1, and the second one is going to kill the guy. So, all right. And now the Flux Arc is going to fire in here. So 12 shots between them, hitting on 4s. All right. Wow, pretty good. All right, strength 5. So wounding on 3s. All right. Wow. Okay. Got 3 moves. AP minus what? All right. So 3 AP minus 2. So 3 ups. Failed 1 of them. And now the Death Mark's going to fire into my tactical squad over here. So hitting on 3s. All right.
6s are mortal.
6s are mortal. So they are. Wow. Wow. That is brutal. And now his Overlord's going to use his Staff of Light to shoot into my Corvus Blackstar. So he's going to have 3 shots hitting on 3s because he's hard to hit. All right. Strength 5, so wounding on 5s. Got 1 wound. AP minus 2, so 5 up. And make it with a Filfers. Woo! All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, his Lich Guard are going to charge into my Intercessors. So we have 8 shots coming in for Overwatch, looking for 6s. Getting 1. Strength 4, toughness 4. So wounding on 4s. No wound there. So their charge distance in for these guys is totally in. All right, so now his Wraiths are going to charge into my Bikers. So I'm going to fire Overwatch. I am going to supercharge because I think I need some help there. So the first guy doesn't blow up but doesn't hit. Second guy does get 1 hit, doesn't blow up, and then the third guy. Oh, okay. So we got 3 hits, toughness 5, strength 8, looking for 3s to wound. Got 2 wounds, 3 up invulns. Makes 1 of them, and then he takes 2 damage. All right, so 1 guy is down to 1 wound, and then their charge distance coming in over here. Oh. I think the first guy might make it in there. Do you want to spend a command point to get further? All right. All right, and they are in. All right, so now his Wraiths are going to start us off here. So we got 3 attacks each here, hitting on 3s. All right, we'll come back to that. And these are going to be wounding on 4s. All right, so that is 5 wounds. 5 should have brought my dice around. Yeah, the 2 wounds. So 5 at AP minus 1. Oh, I make 1. How many wounds is that? Or each? 1 each. So it is 2 guys dead. Womp womp. And now his Lich Guard are going to go into my Intercessors. So you've got 10 guys each there. They got 2 attacks each. So we're going to do 10 at a time here. So hitting on 3s, right? Yep. Wow. There we go. That's how you do that. Strength 7. So looking for 3s. Oh boy. Wow. Okay, so that's going to be 9. I didn't bring enough dice. So AP minus 3, so that's 9. Oh, AP minus 4. Yeah, that's just goes through. So that is 10 that or 9 that did 9. So that's yeah, they're all dead. Okay, that was real easy. All right, so now my sergeant over here, my Night Master, is going to go. He's got 3 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, so that's 2 hits. Toughness 5 on them, because it's strength plus 1 with the Corvus hammers. and they're going to be AP -1. The Wraiths, toughness 5. So looking for 4s to wound. Nope, not going to wound anything there. All right. Sorry, we forgot about these ones over here. He should have activated them first before I activated mine. My bad. So his guys are going to go in here. They've got on mine will be done. My will be done. So they are going to be hitting on 2s. So we've got 11 guys here hitting on 2s. All right. Strength 4, so wounding on 4s. Whoop, 1 dropped on the ground. All right, so we got 2 wounds. AP nothing, right? So 2 3-ups. Oh boy. All right, so now we're gonna start with the guy with the heavy thunder hammer over here, hitting on 4s because it's -1. 1 hit, wounding on a 2. That is a wound. AP minus at least 3, so that's just 1 guy dead. 2 attacks from a regular guy. That is re-rolling 1s because of the captain there. Wounding on 4s. Got 1 wound. AP nothing, so 4 up. Nope, 1 dead. And then the sergeant. All right. Wounding on 4s. Okay. All right, so that is it for the Necron's turn here on turn 2. Nobody's taking a morale test, so we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels and Deathwatch on turn 3. All right, we have to roll to see if the sun comes up anymore. It does not. All right, movement phase for the Deathwatch and Dark Angels here on turn 3. He stood still, just pivoted a little bit, looking over this way. They moved up over this way. He turned around, looking up over this way. He's kind of stood where he was, I think. These guys advanced up over this way. He moved up, so he's 1 inch away. They stood in combat, and he stood, yeah, he's stuck in combat over there. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so in the psychic phase, he's going to cast Smite into them. Not going off. And now he's going to cast Aversion onto them. That does go off. All right, so now my land raider, a little bit big for a land speeder. He's going to fire into his Lich Guard. We're going to go with the assault cannon, hitting on 3s. All right, that's pretty good. Toughness 5, right? So 3s to wound. Okay, so we've got 5 wounds. AP minus 1. 4 ups. Making 2 of them. All right, so now the Hurricane Bolt is going to fire. We'll come back to you with that. All right, I'm wounding on 5s. That is 5. So we got 2, 4, 6, 7 wounds. All right, so 7 3-ups, right? Is there saves? Yep. Makes all but 1 of them. And now, my Corvus Blackstar is going to fire into his monolith. So we got the las cannons, 2 shots, hitting on 3s because he didn't move. Oh boy. And then the Storm Strike missiles. Okay, got 1 hit. Strength 8, wounded on a 4. Nope. And then these guys are going to fire their Storm Bolters. Hitting on 3s, okay. Wounding on 5s. 2. All right, so 2 wounds, 3 ups. Fails him. All right, so that's it for shooting phase. Onto the assault phase. My Terminators are going to try to charge in there. Oh, nope. And then he's going to charge in there. He does make it. All right, so my captain is going to go first. So he's got 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. Oh, re-rolling 1s because of himself. Okay, there we go. That's better. Wounding on 4s. Okay, so we got 3 wounds, AP minus 3. So that is that's just 3 dead. All right, so now my my Black Knight there is going to attack. He's got 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Okay, wounding on 4s. Got 2 wounds, 2 3-up invuls. Oh, fails them. And the 6 was a D3 damage, 2 damage. All right, now his warriors are going to go. So they've got 6 attacks hitting on 2s. All right. Wounding on 4s. Ooh, okay, 3 wounds. 3 up saves. Oh, failed 1 of them. All right, and then my Deathwatch squad there is going to go. So we're going to go with the sergeant first. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because of the captain there. Nope. Wounding on 4s. Okay, got 1 wound, AP 3. So 1 guy is dead. And then the guy with the heavy thunder hammers. Rerolling 1s. All right, that's 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. Okay, just 1 guy dead.
3.
All right, so now the wraiths are going to attack into my biker. 15 shots hitting on 3s. Alrighty, pretty good. Strength 5, right? So wounded on 4s.
Strength 6.
Oh, strength 6, so wounded on 3s. Oh, wow. Okay. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 minus 1. So we got 8. 4 ups. No, he did. Okay. And that is it for the Dark Angels and Deathwatch turn here. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Necrons on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Necrons here on turn 3. His monolith stood still over here. Gonna start wailing into my Corvus Blackstar. His wraiths are going around. They're 1 inch away from that guy there. Pretty gruesome. Oh, and they gained back 4 guys because of reanimation protocol. Pretty brutal. These guys gained back 2 guys over here, and they moved up over here. And his death marks moved in over to there, so they're looking over on those intercessors. And that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so starting off here, we're going to have the monolith shooting into my Corvus Blackstar. He is in hover mode, so he's not -1 to hit. So he's going to be hitting on 4s. This is with the particle whip, so hitting on 4s. Okay, pretty good. Strength 8, so wounding on 3s. Got 2 wounds. AP -2, so 2 5-ups. Oh, failed them both. All right, D3 per, so 3. 1, ooh, brutal. And now the flux arcs are gonna fire in here, hitting on 4s. All right. Strength 5, so wounding on 5s. We got, oh, wow, 4 wounds. AP -2, so that's 4 5-ups. And I made 2 of them, all right. And now his Warlord is gonna, Overlord is gonna fire and use his Staff of Light into my Corvus Blackstar. So he's got 3 shots hitting on 2s. All right, so that's 2 hits. Strength, oops, sorry. Strength 5, so wounding on 5s. Got 1 wound. AP -2. Made it with a 5. Woo! And now the death marks are going to rapid fire into my intercessors. So hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Oh. All right, so wounding on 4s. 6s do a mortal wound in addition. So we got 2 mortal wounds. So 1 is just dead, and then we've got 4 AP nothing. So 4 3-up saves. Made 3 of them. All right, so he is going to be salting into both of the Deathwatch units here. So both my captain and the other guy there. So he's the captain's going to fire Overwatch. Nope, did not get it. So his charge distance is totally, wow. Yeah, he's in. All right, so now his Lich Guard are going to charge into my Land Raider over here. Are you going to charge into the Librarian too? Yes, he's also going to charge into the Librarian. So we're going to go with the Overwatch from the Land Raider first. We'll go with the Twin Assault Cannon. No hits there. And now the Hurricane Bolters. All right, I got a couple hits there. I'll take that. Actually, fair number, which is pretty good. All right, so we've got that many hits, 6 hits. Wounding on 5. They're toughness 5, right? So wounding on 5s. Okay, we got 3 wounds, 3 3-up saves, and he makes, fails 2 of them. And then a pistol from the Librarian. Nope, womp womp. Charge distance is totally in. All right, so now his wraiths are gonna activate. So he's gonna put 3 into the captain, 2 into the kill team over there. So we're gonna go with, these are the 2 into the kill team. So hitting on 3s. All right, so 3 hits. Strength 6, right? So wounding on 3s. All right, so got 2 wounds. AP -1, so 2 4-ups. And I failed 1. And here are the 3 into the captain over here. My interrogator chaplain is my warlord. So here come the captains, the ones in the captains hitting on 3s. Woo. Okay, Wounding on 3s. Alrighty. So that is 5 wounds, right?
Yeah, -1.
5 minus 1, so looking for 4 ups. Failed 3 of them. All right, so now his Lich Guard are going to activate. 2 are going to go into my Librarian over there. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. All right. Strength 7, so wounding on 3s. And those are AP 4, right? And how much damage do they do? 2 damage each? Oh yeah, he did. And these are the 6 that are going to swing into my Land Raider over here. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, got the 1, 2, hitting on 3, so it's different. All right, strength 7, so wounding on 5s. We got 2 wounds, 2 6-up saves. No, failed them both, so that's 4 down. And now his warriors are going to activate, so 7 guys hitting on 2s because of my will be done. Thank you. All right, pretty good. Wounding on 4s. We've got 3 wounds. Forgot my dice. 3 3-up saves. Oh, failed 2. That is the squad wiped. All right, so now my captain's going to activate. He's got 4 attacks hitting on 2s. All right, so that's 4 hits. These are into the Wraith. So 4 attacks, 4 strength 4, toughness 5. So looking for 5s to wound. All right, so we got 2 wounds. AP -3, so they've got 3-up invul save, but he used the Xenophase sword, so if they're successful, they have to re-roll. So 3 ups. All right, so re-roll that 3. No, so that is 2 wounds. And now my Land Raider is going to attack into the Lich Guard there, looking for 6s. Getting 1 fill face. Wounding on, hold on. All right, wounding on 3s. That's a wound. AP nothing. So 3-up save. He's good. All right, that is it for the Dark Angels and Deathwatch turn here on turn. Or no, that wasn't my turn. that was the Necron's turn. Necron's turn here on turn 3. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Deathwing and Deathwatch here on turn 4. All right, movement phase for Dark Angels and Deathwatch. These guys moved up there, looking on his death marks. He stayed in combat with them over here. These guys moved around this way. He stood still, and he stayed in combat. And that is it for the movement phase. So we'll come back to you. My Psyker is dead with the shooting phase. And now my Corvus is going to fire into his Monolith. Let's go with the las cannons. Hitting on, he's hitting on 5s now because he's on his lowest tier. I got 1 hit. All right. Wounding on a 3. Okay, that's a wound. AP -3.
All right, so it went from 3 to 6. The Monolith is in cover.
AP -3, and the Monolith didn't move, so he's got dug in, so he's gonna have a 5-up save. Nope, so it goes through, D6 damage, 5 damage. And now the Storm Strike missiles are gonna fire in. As though to just rub it in. And then my Intercessors are gonna fire into the death marks there, so I got 8 shots between them there, hitting on 3s. Oh, pretty good. Oh yeah, I'll take that. Wounding on 4, toughness 4, right? Yep, so wounding on 4s. Oh, not as great, but pretty statistical actually. So we got 4 wounds, AP -1, +1 for being in cover, so we got 4 3-ups. Oh, makes all but 1. All right, so that's it for shooting phase. On to the assault phase. My Terminators are gonna try to charge in there. I need an 8-inch charge, and I get it. Oh, thank you. My Interrogator Chaplain is gonna try to charge in. Oh, nope, not making it. And now my Intercessors are going to charge into his death marks. On Overwatch here. Getting 1. Wounding on a 4. No wound there. So their charge distance is in. Alright, so that's it for the charges. On to the fight phase. We're going to start with my Terminators. I'm going to go with the guy with the mace. 2 attacks hitting on 3s. Wounding on toughness 5, right? So wounding on 3s. Wah, wah. And then into with my Nightmaster there, hitting on 3s. Okay, strength 6, so wound on 3s. Okay, got 1 wound. AP minus 1 second. All right, AP -3, so 6 up. No, goes through, so that is 2 damage. All right, now my Intercessors are gonna go, looking for 3s. All right, not bad. Toughness 4 on them. Yeah. So wounded on 4s. 1 wound. All right. 1, 3 up. Right?
2 up for the cover?
No, it's because it's close combat. Yep, 3 up. Oh, not on the board. And he's good with a 6. And now I'm going to activate my captain. He's going to attack 2s. Okay, rerolling 1s because of himself. Nope. All right, wounding on 5s. Got 1. So AP -3, 3 up invul save. No, fails that. And now he's going to activate the Lich Guard there. They're going to go into my Terminators over there. So we've got hitting on 3s. Ooh, pretty good. All right, strength 7, right? So wounded on 3s. Okay, so we've got 3 6 wounds. 6. 3 up invul saves. And I failed 3 of them. So that is the squad wiped. Womp womp. And now my Land Raider is going to activate. Again, 1 Fill Face. Wounded on a 3. Oh no, wounded on a... Hold on. Yeah, wounded on 3. Strength 8, toughness 5. Okay. Womp womp. And now his wraiths are going to activate, attacking into my captain over here. So hitting on 3s. All right. That is pretty good. All right, wounding on strength, wounding on 3s. We got 2 wounds. 2 4 up invul saves. And fail them both, and he is dead. All right, and here's going to come down to, if these guys can do 1 wound onto me that's unsaved, I'm going to lose because he's going to have 4 guys within 3. I've only have 3 guys, and he's going to control that and control both. So here it goes. Here we go. 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. Oh, good start. Wounded on 4s. We got 2 wounds. Can I make 2 3-ups? We're going to find out. 2 3-ups. Can I make them? Oh yeah, and I make them both. Woo! All right, and that is the end of the Dark Angels Deathwatch turn here on turn 3. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Necrons here on turn 4. Movement phase. His death mark stayed in combat there. 1 Lich Guard came back. His monolith stood still. These guys stood still. His warriors brought back 4, right? Or 5? 6. I was close. 6. And then his wraiths moved and advanced up this way. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so now he's going to fire his particle whip into my Black Star. Hitting on 4s. All right, so that's 2 hits. Strength 8, so wounding on 3s. Got 2 wounds. AP -2, so looking for 5 ups. And I failed them both. What's the damage on that? Particle whip?
D3.
It's D3. I'm going to spend a command point. Okay, so I got 1, so only 1. D3 damage. Ah, 1. Okay, still alive. And now the flare array is going to fire in here, so hitting on 4s. All right. Strength 5, so looking for 5s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. 2 AP -2. If I fail 1, he's dead. Oh, and I do. Does he explode? No, he does not. Womp womp. All right, we got 13 warriors that are in range of my apothecary there and within 18 inches. So these are going to be hitting on 3s or 2s, right? Because of my will be done. All right.
Strength 4.
Strength 4, so wounding on 4s. All right. So that is 5 wounds. AP -1. So 5 3-ups. And I failed 1 of them. All right, that's it for the shooting phase. So now on to the fight phase. No one's going to charge, so the death marks are going to attack into my intercessors, hitting on 3s. All right, wounding on 4s. We got 1 wound. 1 3-up. Oh, failed that. I'm going to re-roll it with a command point. And he's good. And now my Land Raider is activating, hitting on 6s. Getting 1. Wounding on a 3. Nope. And now the Lich Guard. Hitting on 3s. There's the 1, 2 there. Wounding on strength 7, right? So wounding on 5s. So that's 1, 2, 3, 5. 5 6-ups. And I failed them all. That's 2 per. So he's down to 2. That is, yeah, seriously brutal. And now my intercessors are going to go in there. So 9 attacks coming in, 'cause it's 3 for the sergeant. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. Getting 5 wounds. AP nothing, so 5 3-ups. And they're all good! Ooh, killer! And that is it for the Necron's turn here on turn 4. So it's going to be Dark Angels, Deathwatch, or just Dark Angels at this point. All the Deathwatch are dead. Turn 5 here. So seeing if the sun gets a little higher. It does not. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels. All right, so that's it for the movement phase. These guys moved up closer to this one. That's it. So shooting phase, they're going to fire their pistols. Okay, get 3 hits. Wounding on 4s. I got 2 wounds. 2 2-up saves because they're in cover there. Fails 1. And that is that for the shooting phase. So on to the charges. My champion is going to charge in there. Get 6 inches, get him in?
Yes.
6 inches gets him in. And now my interrogator chaplain is going to charge in. Getting it with 9 there. And then the apothecary. His double 1s will not get him anywhere. And now my, so that's it for the charges into the fight sub phase. My champion gets an additional D3 since there's 5 or more there. So it's additional 3, so you have 6 attacks. Hitting on 2s. No need to reroll. Strength 7, so wounded on 3s. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds at AP -4. So that's 5, yeah, 5 wounds.
What are they?
And now my interrogator chaplain's gonna go in there. 3 attacks, hitting on 2s, re-rolling because of himself. Alright, one hit. Wounding on a 3. That's a wound. AP -1. So 4 up. He's good. And then I'm gonna activate my intercessors. 9 attacks on 3s. Oh, that's good. That's what I like to see. 4s. That is not what I like to see. So we got 2 wounds. And he makes them both. And now his Lich Guard are going to attack into my Land Raider. So hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Wounding on 5s. Oof. So we got 2 wounds. 2 6-up saves. No, I failed them both, so he is dead. Does he explode, though? He does not explode, and I'm not going to reroll that because I don't feel like killing off my guys. All right, so, yeah, I think he's still got his attacks. He's still got some more attacks. And then his death marks are going to attack, so we got 3 guys hitting on 3s. It's all hits. Wounding on 4s. We got 1 wound. 1 3 up. And he's good with a fill phase. Woo!
7.
And that is the end of the Dark Angel's turn here. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Necrons. All right, so movement phase for the Necrons. He's moving up over this way. They stood in combat. They advanced 5 inches, so moved 17 inches towards here. Over here, they came back and got everyone back. And that's not his. And they're over there. I think they only got back like 1 or 2 guys, and they stood still back there. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you, is there, yes, with the shooting phase. All right, so starting off here, he's gonna shoot into my apothecary over there. It's within 18 inches, hitting on 4s with the particle whip. All right, wounding on strength 8, right? So 2s. Got 3 wounds, AP -2. So 3 4-ups. Failed 2 of them, it's 2 wounds each, right? Yeah, he did. Particle whip is Z3, so first one is 1, second one It's 3, so now he's dead. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. On to the fight phase. His Lich Guard are going to activate. He's going to put 5 guys onto each here. So we got, what is it, 2 attacks each, right? So which ones are going to go first?
5 each.
Okay, they're going to go into the champion. So hitting on 3s. All righty. Strength 7, so wounding on 3s. So we've got 3 wounds. 3 5-up invul saves. And I failed all 3. So that's 2 wounds each. Yeah, he's dead. And then the 5 into my interrogator chaplain over here. So these are going to be 10 attacks again, hitting on 3s. All right. Wounding on 3s. We've got 6 wounds. He's got 4-up saves. Looking for those Rosaria saves. So 6 4-up saves. Has he been praying to the Emperor properly? Did he do it? Following his proper rules. Is the Emperor there to save him? No. The 3 misses. That is 6 damage, and he is dead. And that is my Warlord dead. All right, so then I'm going to activate my intercessors. Got 9 attacks here, hitting on 3s. Alrighty, pretty good. Wounding on 4s. Hey, that's pretty good. That's cocked. So we've got 5 wounds, 5 3-ups, and he failed 1 of them. And now the death marks get to attack back. That's 2 hits. That is 2 wounds. And that is 2 saves. And that is it for the Necron's turn there. So we're going to go straight into the Dark Angel's turn here. Well, I guess we'll see if it gets any lighter. It does. So now we're at 24 inches. But we're just going to move straight into the fight phase over there. Or no, we can do the shooting phase. So they've got 4 guys with pistols. All right, that is 3 hits. That is 3 wounds, 3 2-ups. And he makes them all. And now we're going to go into the fight phase. So here come my intercessors. Okay. Wounding on 4s. So 4 wounds, 4 3-up saves, and he fails 2 of them. So that is actually the unit wiped. And that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here. We will come back to you after Necron's turn on turn 6, I think. All right, movement phase for the Necrons. These guys are right up in my face. These guys are moving up this way, and that is it. Everyone else kind of stood still. So that is it for the movement phase, and there's not going to be any shooting, so we're going to go straight into the charge phase. So I'm going to shoot Overwatch here. I've got intercessors firing their guns. Hey, I got 2. No wounds. His charge distance. Yeah, he is totally in because he was 1 inch away. All right, so now they're going to attack here, hitting on 3s. All right, pretty good. Strength 6, right? So wounding on 3s. Oh boy. So we've got 4 wounds. 4. Whoa, AP -1. So 4 4-ups. Failed 2. So the first one will just kill a guy. And then what is it? Is it just 1 wound?
Yeah, 1 wound.
Just 1 wound. So on to the other guy there. All right, so now my 3 guys are attacking back. 1 is still the sergeant, so 7 attacks, hitting on 3s. Nope, I'm gonna need better than that. Toughness 5, so wounding on 5s. Got 1 wound. 3-up invul. He's good. And that is the end of the Necron's turn. We'll come back to you with the Dark Angel's turn, which is just going to be back into the fight. Or I'm going to shoot the pistols first. So 3 guys with pistols. Hey, 3 hits. I got 1 wound. 3-up. He's good. All right, so here comes my attack. If I can kill his 1 guy with 1 wound left, there's a chance I can still hold on to this. But, I mean, not a good one, but a chance. If I don't, then he wins, because he's holding that objective right now. So he has to hold it at the end of my turn, and then he'll hold both, and he'll win the game. So here comes the 7 attacks. Oh, boy. Wounding on 5s. No, 1 wound. 3-up. Oh, boy. Here it goes. 3-up. Oh, and he's good. And that, ladies and gentlemen, regardless of how many he kills there, will be a Necron victory, because he'll have held both at the end of my turn. So, brutal game there. Brutal game. when I had taken out his night sight there, he thought it was over. He thought he wasn't going to be able to get guys over here. He thought that there just wasn't going to be any chance for him to be able to get back onto the objective. But I mean, I knew those guys were coming. So he just managed to just like work his way through my entire army as I couldn't do anything. So, reanimation protocols, man, on the Necrons, they are brutal. Those Lich Guard, brutal. AP -4. Yeah, they munched that Land Raider. It was crazy. So, and it's only like what, 200 points you said or something like that for the 10-man squad there. 275. That's not bad for the lawnmower of a squad there that they go. So yeah, pretty brutal game, pretty brutal army. So yeah, well played, well done. I had a blast. Necrons have always been my nemesis, and they continue to be so, continuing in through here. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed it. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Sam, and until next time, have fun.